Welcome to Real Fan TV. It's your boy Zane again, and today we're going to talk about Frank Lampard. I'm not gonna lie, I've clickbaited this title hard because I'm learning from the master Terry. So, boy, let's see how this goes, right? So, I've got some facts and stuff to talk about, and then I'll give you my opinion on Frank and what I really think of him, and whether the Chelsea fans are right with the way they feel and maybe potentially want him to be booted out the club. So let's have a look. Right, let's go, people. Right, so Frank retired Jan 2017. Then straight after that, he worked for the youth team set up at Chelsea. Didn't actually manage a game, but he just basically worked there for the year. Then after that, he got the job at Derby the following season in 2018, summer 2018. Now, let's be honest, right? That Derby job, that was set up for him to take them into the Premiership. And you know what happened. He bolted it, and that's a fact. He finished sixth and then got to the playoff finals, and then he got soundly beaten by Dean Smith and Aston Villa. So to me, he bottled it. And that's the first sort of sign you think, hold on a minute. And if you think about it, is it a surprise? Derby was the first management job he'd actually done. We actually managed a team. So let's be real here. How realistic is he going to be able to manage a team for the first time and get them promoted? Not realistic, but you know, again, we'll go into this a bit later about the character of this guy because it's not normal. You know, being a player, you know, amazing player. Don't get me wrong. Won everything, Champions League, leagues, cups, FA Cups, and League Cups and stuff. But being a player and a manager is two different things. It's two different skill sets. And, you know, it was not a surprise to me that he failed at the final hurdle. Do you know, even though he had everything given to him to make it a success, somehow he flopped. And I ain't going to lie, that's the facts. Them are the facts there, right? So after that, right, you know, in what world, if you're given an objective, do you get a promotion? Because that's really what happened. After he flopped at Derby, he gets given the Chelsea job. Oh my days. I don't know about you, but boy, in my workplace, if I didn't deliver, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be getting a promotion. You get me? What is going on? Yeah, there's some circumstances, financial embargo, couldn't buy any players, so they needed someone to come in. He's a legend, you know, help stabilize the team, whatever, play the youth, blah, 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 blah. But still, did he actually warrant it? I think not. Right, so second year of actual management. Right, don't forget, he's only done 1 year so far, and that was Derby. You know what happened there? Second year at Chelsea. And what happened at Chelsea? He did really well. He got them to fourth place. Not bad, considering he had a bunch of youth players and a squad full of Sarri players. And let's be honest, Sarri got sacked. So it was difficult trying to get a performance out of them because there's a different philosophies and different types of players in there. But to his credit, he did do well. However, one thing I will say, it was a free hit. There was absolutely no expectations on him. And let's be honest, quite a few of the other teams did flop. Chelsea bottled it. Tottenham bottled it. Leicester bottled it as well. So, come on. You know, he was sort of given a sort of free run, no pressure, and he did the best he could. So fair play to him. Right. So we're now into this season. He's currently sixth. I think there's 26 points, you know, so at the time of recording this video. How's he doing? How's Frankie boy doing now? It's not looking good, boy. I'm sorry, man, but brother, some of the decisions you're making don't make no sense. It does not make no sense. When you're losing and you need a goal, you put on a midfielder. You don't put on a striker. Don't make no sense. And I'm sorry, what is your thing about Mason Mount. Has my man got news on you? I'm sure Mason must have some news on you, brother, because I'm sorry, from what I've seen of him, I don't get how he plays every single time. It don't make no sense. And I'm sorry, I'll be fuming if I was in that squad, because I'm thinking, what? I know maybe, is it because he's got the same dead trim as you? So maybe he's going to be the Frank 2.0 or something. Do you get me? Where, yeah, he's going to be the next Frankie. Nah, allow it. Play people on performance and ability and give other people a chance, because another thing, you're stubborn, bro. You keep doing the same stuff and it's not working. That's a definitely like insanity. It's doing the same thing and again, expecting a change, and nothing changes, bro. You need to do something about it. You need to move your ego out the way, your hubris, because it's not working for you, bro. It's not working. And do you know what? At this point, I want to make a parallel because I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm going to keep it real with you. One thing you may not realise is Steven Gerrard and Lampard roughly retired at the same time. I think it was a month apart when they retired. I think Frank in January 2017 and Steven Gerrard in February 2017. They both went in to do youth coach at their prospective clubs, Chelsea, Liverpool in the academy, and basically got their badges, whatever. But one thing's quite interesting. Even though Frank didn't manage any teams, Steven Gerrard did. He managed the under 18s and 19s. So he started to learn and build that toolbox to be a manager, because he's realised it's not one thing being a player and then suddenly become a manager. No, there's totally different things to it. There's a lot more things you need to do, right? Now, the reason why I'm bringing it up is they're both, again, there's this parallel that keeps running through, right? So we retired around the same time, a month between when they both retired. And guess what? They both got their first professional management job a month apart again. Gerrard in June 2018, Lampard in July 2018. So, do you know what I mean? I have to call it out. And again, what I want to call out here is that Gerrard went to Scottish football. So, yeah, it's a bit of a dead league. But man's got brains. He's got sense. He went somewhere where basically he could learn and develop and become a good manager, learn the toolbox without that pressure, because you need to start somewhere, right? And I'm sorry, Championship and then going to the Prem, you're asking for trouble, bro. You're asking for trouble, bro. It don't make no sense. It's just crazy, bro. So at least, and that's why I'm calling this out now, is that, yes, although Scottish football is not as good, why has he gone there? Gerrard went there to learn how to become a manager, experience it. And you can quite clearly see with what he's done at Rangers, when you first got there, they finished third. That season he took over, they finished second. So he finished on, I think, 78 points, which was 5 points better than the previous season. So you can see an improvement. And then also, second year, it was the COVID season, still finished second. Now, this year, he's absolutely flying. He's not lost a game in the league, and he's at currently 16 points ahead. Obviously, this may have changed because the game's been played, but he has been doing an amazing job. And that's three years worth of management experience he's doing. And all right, I was going to say, it's the Scottish Premier League, but let's get real. You need to go somewhere like a dead league to learn your skills, and that you can quite clearly see what he's done. And also, another thing that people don't realise, he's used 56 players in that time at Rangers. 56 players in 2.5 seasons, 56 players. Well, that shows me man's not stubborn. Man's not scared to make changes. Make sure that he gets the right people in, because fundamentally, as a manager, you've got to be adapt, fluid, work out chemistry, who works with what. And that's what clearly he's shown. Whereas Frank, so far, within Chelsea, I think it's 36 players, I believe, at the moment. But let's be honest, this league, you can sort of know who the main 6 or 7 players are going to be in the team at the moment. And that's what's annoying the Chelsea fans, because they can see that there's no difference in performance. You keep playing the same players, and it's just not working. So, so now what I want to go on to is why is Frank doing this? And in my opinion, it's down to his hubris and ego. Just because he was a great player, doesn't mean you're going to be a great manager. You need a bit of humility, boy, because what's going on is quite clear that you're not getting the best out of this team. You've got people coming in, for big money, proper professionals, and they're looking at you and thinking, nah, my man don't know what he's doing, bruv. And they're blatantly calling out now, and that's a fact. And it's going to get worse and worse. And also, let's be honest, you're probably using the Jose way of management, right? Where basically you've really been throwing people on the bus already. This is, they're not working hard enough. Oh, they didn't try. What are you doing? Are you for real? Management 101, bruv, here. Do you get me? You don't piss off your staff or the people you're working for you. You've got to find a way to do it. You don't call them out in public. No, that's not going to work. So in my conclusion, the reason why Frank Lampard is a bottom job or is not performing as he should do is because he's not got the skills in his toolbox. He's not spent the time. One thing I would say here, a key thing I would say is that he needs to develop some kind of emotional intelligence. He needs to understand the squad, the individuals in his team, and he needs to work out what works best to get the best out of them. Some may need an arm round, a bit of attention, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Others may need to be left alone and then actually just fire them up before a game. Everyone's different, and it's getting that right balance, that magic mix, that chemistry where they all are behind you. They know what your vision is. They know what your philosophy of football is. And let's be honest, what is your philosophy of football? With other managers, you can quite tell, like some other managers who've had some, shade thrown them and actually, some of the fans are happy. Like Ole, he's playing counter-attacking football. How he sets up and what he's trying to achieve. Again, with Arteta, he, again, himself, you can see patterns of play. He wants to always play out from the back, and there's a pattern as to who it goes to, then it goes to that person, and generally most of the attack happens down the left. So again, you can sort of see a style. Really, Frank, what is your style? I don't think any Chelsea fan, if I ask a Chelsea fan what is Chelsea's style of play, they could answer that question. And that fundamentally comes down to the fact that you are lacking skills. You need to improve your toolbox. And what you should have done is, after last season, walked away and said, look, I've done what I can. I've got you to top four. You getting a proper manager now with lots of experience. You spend that money and go and do well in the league and in the season next year. But your ego and your hubris got the better of you. You've spent 200 plus million. Do you think Roman's going to allow you now? Come on, man. Chelsea, man. They sacked off Di Matteo when he won the Champions League. Champions League, bro. First time you lot had won the Champions League, and he got dashed. Done. That rubbish. Get out of here. What do you think is going to happen to you, man? You need to understand something. Yeah, you may be a legend, but if this carries on, man, look what happened to Wenger at Banner FC. Man was a legend, and what they do to him, they just destroyed that legacy. They just got rid of him. The fans did that. What do you think the fans would do to you at Chelsea? Because Chelsea is a club that's not built on giving people time. It's built on getting results. And if Roman spent 200 plus million, my man, with results. If you get top four this season, that's not good enough. That's not cutting it. You need to be winning some big boy trophies, coming in with some medals, some bling. And that's not going to happen, bruv. So in conclusion, I think Frank's been naive. His ego, his hubris has got the better of him, and he thought he could do a better job. I think what would be best for all parties is he finishes the year and then he walks away. So at least he trying to protect that legacy status. And then what he should be doing, because I know he wants to do management and he wants to get into it, because obviously, his uncle Harry and all that is a manager and all that kind of. What he should do is go and do what Steven Gerrard's done, is go into some dead league, go in there, develop your skills. Look at Ole. Ole's got better over time at Man U because he's got that experience now. He failed at Cardiff. He's done well at Mulder before he come over. So he's got those skills in his toolbox now. He's got things he can do, and you can sort of see the performance of Man United getting better and better. Whereas Frank, for you, you've not got those skills yet. You haven't developed them. And I don't see how in any way you're going to be allowed to carry on doing this. So in conclusion, Frank, you need to go, bruv. You need to allow it. For me, it's funny as a Liverpool fan because, boy, in the day, I was kind of worried at the start, still thinking, "Oh, you know, they're getting some serious players in there." But you've bottled that, mate. You've really, really messed it up, man. Oh my days! It's like you're playing people out of position, you know. And like I said, man, whatever Mason Mount's got in you, he's got some news on you, bruv. There's makes no sense why that brother's still playing at the moment. But anyway, that's your boy Zane. Give me your thoughts and comments in the video below. Tell me your thoughts and think about whether you agree with me, disagree with me, what's going to happen for Chelsea. Do you think they will get rid of him? I personally think out of Arteta, Ole, and Lampard, Lampard's going to be the first one sacked. So that's been your boy Zane. Catch you next time.